Hey VC, Jeff, back again. Figured I'd just shoot another one. Not a ton of vinyl on this one. It's very CD heavy, but yeah, just keeping busy with the fam. Daughter from taking up hiking, so pretty much every day recently that I'm off, I've been hiking. Oh man, wearing me out though. Um, yeah, right now her favorite albums now. She could be a VC member. Miles Davis, kind of blue, kind of interesting. Like she's really into Miles Davis now. Miles Davis, Blondie, and I don't know, Cranberries. So just kind of picking some VC favorites there. Anyway, so stuff I've been throwing on. Jump right in. I had this for a while. It's like $1 bin fund a while back. Roberta Flack, Quiet Fire. Their second album, I think. Anyway, it's the one that's got her cover. Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? It's got her cover. Bridge Over Troubled Water. Yeah, See You There. Sweet Bitter Love. To Love Someone. Yeah, so it's really solid. Roberta Flack. Not gonna spend too much time on that one. Um, yeah, worth picking up. You usually go for cheap. I don't know. I enjoy Roberta Flack. So I got a few in my collection. The first three, I think. This was picked up in Japan a while back. John Coltrane's Stardust on Prestige. This is the Japanese pressing. I don't think it's the first, but it is a pretty early one. So yeah, Japanese. It's missing OB obviously. It's a pretty solid one. It's not his most adventurous by any means, but it's a nice album. Let's see. It's, of course, got Stardust on it. It's, John Coltrane, Wilbur Hardin, Freddie Hubbard on trumpet, Red Garland on piano, Paul Chambers on bass, Jimmy Cobb, and Art Taylor on drums. So it's a pretty nice lineup. So pretty solid album. Would recommend it, but I personally like his more adventurous outings myself. Oops, sorry about that. Bought this back in the early '90s. Pulled it out. Yeah, it's a terrible pressing. I don't think I messed it. I know I listened to it a lot, but I know I didn't mess it up that much. Pretty noisy. Sonic Youth, Hold That Tiger. So great. Yeah, this is mastered by Steve Albini. I know I've shown this before. I think it's like, is that Tim Kerr on the cover, I think? Maybe Julie Fritz? I don't know. It's not. It looks like there's Tim Moore and Kim Gordon, but it's not. Um, So it's got most of the sister album on here, and it's got a few of the classics like Death Valley '69, Expressway to Your Skull on the B side. Super good one. I would possibly consider getting the CD on this one, so I'm sure it's a lot cleaner. I know this. I remember this being noisy when I bought it, and it's noisier than I remember it. Or maybe because I was listening to it on headphones. Do not know. Yeah, so I picked these up recently. Got this one, and I got the follow-up album to this. Still in the shrink too. Gunfire Ballads, Marty Robbins. Enjoyable. Not so much country as some people point out. It's what do you call it? Western. I don't know. It's just it's pretty much what it sounds like. Gunfighter. It's like I shut him down. He died in the desert. Gonna shit. Um, it's an enjoyable listening. I picked up one that was not the cowboy music. And it was okay. I'm not going to keep that one in my collection. This one I'll keep. I don't know about the other one. I picked up the sequel to this album same week. I found both. Found the other one first, then I found this. If I found that first, this one first, yeah, I just would have picked this one up. I don't know. But yeah, it's an enjoyable listen. I know it's got a reissue. I don't know if I'd pick up the reissue because there's still copies floating around of the original. But it's an enjoyable listen. Kind of chill evening music. This one I picked up a while back. I just for some reason I just wasn't in the mood when I bought it, so I didn't get all the way through it. So Billy Cobham, Shabazz, live in Europe. So this is more of a fusiony one. I like was it Spectrum? I forget the title of it. I have it, but yeah, it's the one they did before this. I actually like that a lot more, but it's got but it's still really good. Solid 4. John Albercomi on guitar, of course. The rest of the lineup's not as well known. You got Michael Brecker on sax, Randy Brecker trumpet, Glenn Ferris on trombone, Milko Lviv on keyboards, Alex Blake and on bass, and then of course Billy on drums. So yeah, it's a pretty solid album. I don't think these go for much. I know I didn't pay much for it. I'd consider buying it if you like that fusion stuff. This one was part of a trade with Sean a while back. I finally got around to it. So Fits of Depression, Let's Get It with a Twist. I think he got this in his K-Rex thing. It's okay. It's just pretty generic hardcore. I'll probably give it a few more listens, and I may or may not hold on to it. I'm not sure. Yeah, 3.5-ish. I don't know if I give it quite a 4, just because it's not the most original. I think Sean says like the earlier stuff's better. I don't know. This one I do really like though, but I would recommend this format. So this is Phantomas. This is a super group of sorts. It's got Buzz Osborne of Melvins, Mike Patton, Dave Lombardo, and Trevor Dunn. So it's this is Mr. Bungle and Suicidal Tendencies and Faith No More, basically. So it's kind of like a super group. Not Japanese as it appears, but it might as well be. If you like stuff like the crazier side of the Boredoms, you'd probably like this. The neat thing about this is a concept album. Comes as a calendar. There's a cheaper version with a jewel case, but this version actually goes for cheaper than that version now. But this is the one you want to get. It has the artwork of what's his name, Yoshitomo Nara. I actually saw his first exhibition, major exhibition, which was in Yokohama when that opened. Let's see that. So he's done it as a calendar. What this is April 2005. And so for every day of the week, they have like, if you read on the corner here, they have like a holiday and the date. So April 1st, of course, is April Fool's Day, blah, blah, blah. So he's got all the artwork from Nara. And every song is like 30 seconds to a minute and a half. So, and it's about the day of the week, I guess. Some of it's themed to the holidays and some of it not, but yeah, so basically it's really cool. So it's got the CD in the back, but yeah, but yeah, highly recommend this one if you like the more adventurous, experimental stuff. If you like Boredoms, if you don't like Boredoms, don't bother, but it might be worth it just for the artwork. I've wanted this one for a long time. I want their the cinema one, but they did too. It was pretty cool. I don't think I ever got a vinyl release, but honestly, you probably want the CD anyway, because you just kind of flip through the calendar. That's the one to get. This one, speaking of, yeah, the originals go for some bucks, but they're not super terrible, like maybe a few $100s. This is not coming out too well, is it? Midori Takada. Let's see if I can get that to focus. It's not focusing well today, I don't know. Midori Takada, this is, I believe, her first album, Through the Looking Glass. Yeah, the 81, 83, something like that. 83. Yep. So it comes with like a little fold-out thing and CD. This is the first time it was released on CD. Otherwise, there was one vinyl reissue, I think, and then the original. They go for some bucks, even the reissue. But yeah, this one you can still get for like 10, 15 on CD. So she's this neoclassical, she's a percussionist. So this is a pretty cool one. So she did this all herself with overdubs. She had basically no money to record this from the label. So she just kind of went in, and this all will fold out here. It explains how she recorded it, but she just did a ton of overdubs. This is pretty interesting, actually. So if you like that kind of neoclassical, experimental, what's his name? Max Richter, or I'm not Max. Is it Max Richter? Yeah, Steve Reich, or this is not Glass, maybe. But yeah, the more experimental neoclassical, it's a really good album. The CD's pretty good. It's slightly bright at times, but I think the original might have been like that. But yeah, highly recommend that one. Yeah, pretty solid, about 4.5-ish. Yeah, this is one I've never bought, but I found it for a buck. um, but yeah, I've heard some of the songs off here. Robin Hitchcock, The Egyptians, Globe of Frogs. So of course, kind of indie rock, a little proggy at times, I guess. But pretty solid album. Would I go out of the way for it? Probably not. I'm not. I like Soft Boys a lot. His solo or Egyptian stuff, not as much, but it's still pretty solid. Solid 4 album, 4.5 maybe if I push it, but 4-ish for me. Um, really good one. I think even the CDs like this go for a few bucks. But yeah, I don't know. I picked it up for like a buck at the thrift. Go ahead and keep it though. It's a nice one. This one was on the bargain section of the bookstores. I picked that up for like a buck again. Uh, the first track is the one I think I had a lot of play. Frustrated Unnoticed, I think. I had a couple big hits on here, I think. Up to You or something on my mind. I don't know. They had like 2 hits off this. So it's I hesitate to call it pop punk. It's sort of pop punk, but I don't know. I think Avril Lavigne or something. I guess punk inspired pop. I guess. Demone. They went a little more metal, from what I understand, a little bit later in their career. But yeah, for a buck, you can't go wrong if you see it. It's a fun album. Yeah, I don't know, 3.5, 4. I don't know. It's got some really good songs. It's got some mass songs. It does nothing terrible though. This one, I think I saw them on this tour, but yeah, I paid a few bucks for this one. So Block Party, Weekend in the City, not their best, not their worst. But yeah, I don't know. I saw it for a few bucks. I didn't have any Block Party physical media anymore. All my stuff's got purged. They used to be a pretty good live band. I guess they're still around. So Block Party, pretty solid. Yeah, 4-ish, maybe a little less. This one's awesome if you can find it. I think it goes for a few bucks. Mini Riperton collection, Petals. It's got a really thick booklet going into the history. This is the first compilation, whatever, that was done with her. It's a 2 CD set. It's one of those flipped ones. So it spans her whole career because she died in the late 70s. And her daughter is now on SNL. Looks like her too. Yeah. But yeah, her daughter wrote part of the, like a little bit of the, what do you call it? I don't know. in the booklet, you wrote a little spiel. Anyway, this one, another one I picked up for a buck. Can't go wrong. Excellent one for testing stereo equipment. And that's what I've been doing this weekend. That's probably why I played so many CDs. Yeah, so I picked up this vintage JVC like 81. It's supposed to be like minimum 40-watt AB receiver. So I had the 280-watt Marantz I picked up at the same time, and yeah, it just sounded really, really good on headphones. I thought it was an improvement over my Sony back there, but it just couldn't power the speakers. So I'm still on the lookout for an upgrade on my receiver. So that'll probably happen this summer. Yeah. Long story short, there's a whole story there. Fishbone. Is this the reality of my surroundings? This could be my favorite one. Fishbone. They should have been bigger band in the 90s. Them and Living Color. I think Fishbone were a little better band of the two, but yeah. So yes, ska influenced alternative rock is what I'd call it. But yeah, this is the one that's got Everyday Sunshine on it. Fight the Youth. But I think over as an album, it holds up a little better. I think this one might be a live recording. I can't remember the story completely, but yeah, you can get that cheap. I'd pick it up if you see it. It's worth it. They should have been bigger. And then, but it does suffer a little bit from that early '90s mix. So the bass should have been a little higher up in the mix than it is, because like the bass is really excellent on their albums. But you got to like turn it up a little bit. JB's again a comp I picked up for like a buck. This was a nice one. not a massive JB's fan, but this pretty much has all their hits on it, so that's all I'd want. So happy with that. 4.5 on that. Worth getting. Another 90s one I picked up for like $1. Morcheeba, Big Calm. I think it's our second album. So they get classified as trip hop, though they do have some. I don't know what you'd call it. Yeah, they have like some. They're kind of Stereolab-y, a little bit more Stereolab-y than what do you call it? Portishead. They fall a little more in that. But yeah, really good album. If you see it, you can get it for cheap. Morcheeba, 4.5. Yeah, that's another one. I know this got a vinyl reissue. I just didn't like the album that much, but it's a good one. Solid 4. That Dog, Retreat from the Sun. You can get these bargain bin all day long for like $1 or so. Paid up a little more on this, but it's still a cheapie. You can get this for cheap. I was tempted to get this on vinyl. I don't know. I still might pick up like their first or second album, but yeah, Stranglers, Comp the Peaches, very best of course, it's got Peaches on it. It's a best of, and it's got all their hits. And this was strangely $1. Found this at the thrift again for $1. This is the Pillows, Japanese. I guess they're kind of pop punk. Yeah, 90s album, either early this is early 2000s. Kind of surprised to see that there because that's an indie release, but yeah, the Pillows. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a solid 4. It's fairly generic, but well done, which is true of a lot of Japanese punk. Generic but good. So the Pillows, and this one's called Penalty Life. So it's a U.S. release on an indie. But yeah, most of the songs are in Japanese. They actually translated it into English in the booklet, which is kind of cool. Anyway, I think that's it for me, man. I'm tired. So let me get all these filed away. And yeah, this is another day of screaming, running, jumping, pogoing 4-year-old. So I hope you all have a good week and stay safe. And I'm gonna sign out for the evening. Do my Windows updates. Take care, guys.